Hey everybody, Mark Fox here. Today I'm going to show you how to install a hatch onto a Pelican Catch 100 kayak. So just going to get started here. So as you can tell, I like the Pelican Catch. I've got one there, one there, one there, and one over there. So my family likes to go fishing on kayaks. So we're starting to do a little bit of modifications on some of these, and the first one is going to put this hatch right here in the back. And what I did just to get started was I just took this hatch that I got off of Amazon. It's a waterproof hatch or deck mount is what they call them. And I just took a piece of paper. I set the mount on the piece of paper, held it down, I ran just a small pencil around it. And then once I got done that, I cut the pencil marking out of the paper. I then took that circle, not the paper, but just the circle of the paper, which I already put in the trash can before I took this video, and I taped it right here. And then I took a dry erase marker and marked the very edge of the circle, including the paper part and the kayak. So I knew that the inside of this circle is right where I need to put my rotozip. So I've got a rotozip or rotosaw that I'm going to be sticking in here and just cutting out the inside portion of that black. The rest of that black, I could get it off with alcohol if I wanted to, but it's just going to be covered up with this big lip anyway. So I'm not really worried about it because you're not even going to see it. So let me get this thing cut out and I'll show you how it's done. All right, so I got this rotozip or rotosaw, whatever you have. Just going to use this to cut out the hole for the hatch. So I know that I need to cut a circle on the inside of this marker. So I'm just going to puncture it and then go around. That's it. The hole is not necessarily perfect. You can see some little bit of edges on the side here, but you know, it's within an 1/8 inch of accuracy or less. So I'm just going to sand this down a little bit, make this a bit more smoother. All right, so I'm just going to take a sanding block and just clean up this edge a little bit because it's a little rough. That'll get a better waterproof seal on the hatch. All right, now since that's a bit more smooth, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was, I'm going to vacuum this out. Can't see this on the video, but there's a lot of fibers inside the boat that I don't really want washing around in there all the time, especially if I'm putting gear in there or even gear at the front hatch. So you want to make sure you get all that fiber out. So this hatch has a weather seal on the bottom, and it also has one right here. So when you close it, not only is this waterproof, but under the mount itself is also waterproof. You can see that the seal is solid, so my screws, my bolts aren't going to fit through that. So I'm just going to pre-drill some holes through the weather stripping there. That way my bolts will be able to fit through there. I've got some machine screws from Home Depot, make sure that they're stainless. This will help protect against salt water. If you're only in freshwater lakes, you can get away from get away with the zinc, but I highly suggest getting stainless steel. So I have that. I also have the washer to go behind the nut, so that way I'm able to distribute it the weight. It might be a bit overkill for just a hatch, but the reason why I'm doing it this way is so I can kind of test on how the hardware fits on here, because in the future I'm going to be adding a plate on the back side of the kayak to hold a motor mount. That's the reason why I'm putting this hatch in here to begin with, is so I could get under here to place these bolts and washers onto a mounting plate that's going to hold the motor. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill these holes. Another thing I'm going to do, which is probably overkill, so I'm going to add a small beadlet of marine Loctite. This is going to be able to help give it a better weather seal, and it also acts as an adhesive. It's waterproof. They do make a clear version of this. Unfortunately, I accidentally bought the white version. So any excess that oozes out the side, I want to wipe up immediately so it doesn't look so bad. Okay, so I put a little bit of that weather sealant just around it, that marine Loctite, and now I'm going to stick it down into the kayak, and then I'm going to pre-drill my holes through the kayak and get my bolts in. So got the first bolt in with a washer and a nut on the other side. Now since I've got the first one in, you know, this is nice and centered. It's not really going to go anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and do this bolt, the far side, and then do the sides. That's it. We got that one in, and I'll finish the other ones.